can't dog just take you with him? He's certainly strong enough. Like, I do talk about Half-Life 2 through basically rose-colored glasses. I tend to ignore its flaws. And now you know why people don't go to Ravenholm. But I do acknowledge that there are many flaws with both the gameplay itself and the physics engine, but all in all, it is still a very good game. Do not go to Ravenholm. Well, look where we are. Yeah, let's take the ball with me. Alright, Zambooble. One of you guys gets up. But do I have to shoot twice to kill you guys? I do, don't I? No, you can... Oh, your AI is down. Well, the saw blade is one of my favorite items in the game, so I'm going to make use of the saw blade, and I'll just have this thing chase me down wherever I go. Point insertion, just because you can finish it in like 5 seconds. And that's the first sign of one of our greatest compatriots that we will soon meet. In a moment. One of the broiest of bros that we can't meet under most normal circumstances. No, you don't pick that up. I cut you up for trying to stop me. Where are you? What the? You stay down. Salutations and welcome to Brain Trust. Don't want to have to deal with you again. Thank you, Bob M. Wombat, and welcome to the Brain Trust. And good night, my friend. May you have a restful sleep, unlike my own. Excellent, you're on fire. And now you're very much dead. Oh, did I lose the saw blade? I did not lose the saw blade. I can't tell you how often I killed myself on this explosive barrel. Let's see, quickest way through this is technically this way. The broiest of bros, even in this time. Thank you, Father Grigori, for giving us so many glorious things to do. And for saving my life so many times in this, even in the hard mode runs. Technically, I know the fastest way through this, but even here there are still some things I like to discover and discern. Right, I forgot to turn off the switch up there first. So, if you are trying to get through this zombified nightmare quickly, you will run into a severe number of problems, such as all these things burning the countryside. All these traps that are in the way that have all been set up by the Grigori man himself. Oh, good night, boring streamer. Thankfully, I did not live up to your namesake. You know what? You all can explode for all I care. Give me this. I can just jump up here and I can get to the switch before too long, but that also leaves me open. Alright, you can step around the corner. Really, I don't know what you guys are expecting. Where'd the saw blade go? Okay, I thought the saw blade for some reason just clipped through the terrain. Like, I understand a lot of these things have to be spooky, but they're really not. They take so long to get up, and you can just take your time, cutting them to ribbons, basically blasting them through your own little nightmare. Give me this. Like so. Now we are going to grab a few more things for the Lambda locator, as I have to grab whatever's here. And that is the third SMG grenade. I now have every reason to use said SMG grenade, because I can't store anymore. One of the... You know, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show off the black poison head crab, wherever it is. Said I'd show it off, not get hit by two of you. Right here. Eat me! He poisons you, and your health has to restore over the time period. By themselves, they can't kill you. With a friend, though, they definitely can. Are there more zombies? Well, I understand why they don't go to Ravenholm. I do agree with the sentiment that Ravenholm kind of is weird in this story, in that it doesn't necessarily fit in well, except to simply introduce some more head crabs, or introduce some other enemy types. Except to probably represent, if you went by the hero's journey, the hero's darkest hour.
Well done, brother. Make free use of my traps, but take care not to fall in them yourself. Behind you!
That would work a lot better if I wasn't there. Right. That's supposed to light them on fire. I can see that that has failed miserably. Where's the buzzsaw? There's the buzzsaw. Anyway. Do I want to make it through Ravenholm tonight? I've only been streaming for 2 hours. It'd be a shame to end it right now. Taking a break? Maybe now is a good idea to take a break, but... mostly because my own commentary has been rather lackluster, shall we say. And the only thing I could blame it on is I've been streaming this game for the past 2.5 hours. Excuse me. What car crashed down? Because that is the sound they make. Anyway. Ravenholm definitely is an odd spot as far as Half-Life 2 is concerned, just because it doesn't naturally flow into any real section of the game. Unless you go by the hero's journey idea where the hero dies and then is reborn as something else. Because at the beginning of the journey, let's see, the call to action, which is...
better and better. I am Father Grigori. You have already met my congregation.
The call to action is the G-Man himself summoning you into this place in the first area. Your refusal of the call can be decided by whatever player you end up being, such as those who are really cheeky and try to do everything to avoid going through the story, but no matter what, there is a story you must follow. What was after the call to action? I genuinely do not remember. Let's see. Call to action, refusal of the call, acceptance, and for we finally accepted.
It is you, brother. I apologize, but no harm done. My bullets are the least of your concerns.
Acceptance, which is the point we're at right now, where we've taken on the role of Gordon Freeman and are currently doing our best to shamble our way through this place. How are you not dead?
Blood toxin levels detected.
Fine. Can I cinder block one of these explosive barrels? I can't cinder block it, but I definitely can explodify it. This should take out most of their number. Ravenholm, as I was saying before, best represents death. The hero is in his darkest hour, and he needs to overcome some trial. And his trial in this case would be Ravenholm. At least that's where I bet would be... That is where I think the best position of Ravenholm is in this story. As otherwise, Ravenholm really doesn't have much of a reason to exist, other than just fulfilling a small zombie trope. This is going to be annoying. There is another secret back there that I'd very much love to make use of, but I kind of need another explosive to be able to handle that secret. I have another explosive to handle that secret, though. I don't need to purely use the gravity gun for all problems. And by passing through this trial as the hero, you are more... Because acceptance comes afterwards, right? I keep trying to sound insightful, but I usually fail. I guess I should just stick to interesting gameplay, so to speak, as opposed to trying to be insightful. But at least I still feel obligated to try since I've already begun this train of thought. So moving on from this section of the hero's journey, he gets reborn as something more. That he will now find something beyond this guardian that he will take back with him. Although if I think about it that way, then this chapter plus the next 2 chapters technically is what fits that bill.
Although they call me crazy, I care not, for thou art my helper, my strength.
Right, this is the way forward. I don't want to head there yet. I've got something else to explore first. Where are you? There you are. I always wondered if you just grenaded Father Grigori, would that just straight up kill him? I don't think it would. It's just a interesting concept. Clearly a lot of research has been done into these zombies, most likely by the townsfolk themselves, considering what situation they're in. So it would be this chapter plus the next 2 chapters that would technically be a part of the hero's journey, as the Guardians in Death. Anyway, now for one of the most annoying zombies in the game. Thankfully, we can still deal with them no matter where they are. This is why I don't like the fact that the flashlight is linked to your sprint meter, just because I like to flicker my flashlight so I can take a look and see what's going on. Ha, the ricochet killed them. Oh, nice. Now let's grab the saw blade. There's nothing else back here. Although, technically, that's the ending segment. When we get to that area over there, we are in the final section of Ravenholm itself. Meaning, with some clever jumps, or actually just using the properties of the gravity gun, I should be able to just get over that section entirely. I mean, I'm not going to do it. You know, I'm going to try. I'm interested to see if there's an invisible wall there, so bear with me for a moment. I would need more things that I could make use of. How did I get up here? Right, flashlight, ruining my ability to sprint since day 1. If I take 2 of these, can I set up a little ramp thing that would let me through? No, I can't. It would require some regular barrels, or maybe the explosive barrels of before. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to get a move on and continue the bulletless run through. Note, we just killed a zombie using a bucket of paint. I need my saw blade. Excuse me, where did I leave it? I left it down here, didn't I? If I'm going to make it through this section, I'm not going to spam a bucket of paint 1,000 times just to kill one person. No, 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 no. In a zombie apocalypse, that level of efficiency cannot be tolerated.
Major fracture detected.
Thank you, game. You are a lovely soul who definitely has my best interests at heart. Shouldn't be anything else. Good. And get some health back. As I said, Magnum ammo, one of the best ammo types in the game. A rarity to get.
Lacerations detected.
You stop it.
Here, brother. Come closer. You've stirred up hell. A man after my own heart. Here, I have a more suitable gun for you. You'll need it. Catch. Good. Now, keep it close. My advice to you is aim for the head. Hush. They come. There is no rest in Ravenholm. Move on and I will meet you at the church. May the light of light be with you.
These guys can follow you basically anywhere, so I'm just going to keep the door closed, call the elevator down right now, and then begin the murder spree using this. I don't want to grab the med kit. Wow, how did that miss? I'm so glad cutting these guys in half doesn't actually call down more thunder than what I'm already facing. Die. Oh, where's the button? Even more zombies will come to catch up with me. But thankfully, we'll be through this section soon, and at the end of Ravenholm, I'm probably going to at least call it for a break. Give myself some time to recharge my mental energy so I can actually commentate without sounding like a spastic moron. And now they reveal to us the poison zombie. The thing that normally one-hit kills them doesn't work so well here. And I am going to wait for the neurotoxin to be fully administered, because I do kind of want to preserve health kits right now. Just in case something extreme occurs. But we are, rest assured, in the final parts of Ravenholm itself. There's not much else left to go. We just have to climb up one or two more sections. Still sad we're not going to be able to ever use the shotgun. It's one of my favorite weapons. Right, this area. Alright, well, I'm going to go at what is effectively light speed. This breaks, if I remember correctly. But it does give me an interesting tool to make use of. Where do I go from here? There we go. Get back here. I remember because there's a switch I need to hit before going forward. Problem is I don't remember. Quit calling these things. I love how I'm just batting these out of the air. Bye-bye. You know what? Here. Hopefully you're all dead. I don't want to deal with you again. So many supplies. So little time. Oh, they're on fire. Don't tell me I lost the saw blade. No, I didn't. I know where it is. You're not able to physically jump across to that section, unfortunately. I guess I'm a liar. Oh my gosh, did you just give me the saw blade? You're wonderful. The saw blade's no longer there. I am very disappointed. Goodbye. Ah, nice try. Not going down there again. You can't make me. Father Grigori, take your time saving my life, and I will take time saving your congregation. I believe this is where I'm supposed to go. Well, that loading screen says most definitely. I've got a saw, right? But I could burn them to death. Talk about radiation. I think radiation would make these zombies. Where's the radiator? I sent it into the blind ether for a reason. And here is where I'm going to toss this one. No, 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 no. bleeding head crabs. My arm is getting tired of this. I lack the saw blade, which is going to make the next area a lot harder, but you know what? I'm going to do my best anyway. As I said, next area will be a lot harder. Alright, jumping over here. Up top, there's a button, or a door that I need to open. I can close it behind me so they can't chase me. But this area at the very top is going to be the next big holdout point.
Ah, there you are. At last. I will send the cart for you, brother. It will be but a moment. Patience, brother. Guard yourself well.
That's cheap. You don't let me jump across. Alright, well, here comes a very fun time that I call we have to run and hide from the fast zombies who are going to be beating down our door constantly. I will have a pseudo barricade kind of built in an effort to try to block their pathing so they can't find their way here, as Father Grigori will give us an audio cue when he's available. If all it took to protect themselves from these zombies is just to create a barricade made out of cardboard boxes like this, I don't know why they're a problem in the first place then. Seriously. Alright, I think that's the sign that we should be able to get there. No, we can still hear Father Grigori, so that's all that matters. Also, woe betide anyone who tries to get through this point. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time. Oh, you think you can keep up with me? That's funny. I do have the SMG grenades ready in order to get through, in case something else happens. And now we get to meet the priest himself, who has lovingly guided us through this unholy nightmare.
Brother, and so we meet at last. You are to be commended for avoiding my traps. The work of a man who once had too much time on his hands and now finds time for nothing but the work of salvation. I suspect you have little wish to remain in Ravenholm, so I will show you to the mines. As for me, the shepherd must tend to his flock, especially when they have grown unruly. Follow me, brother, and tread lightly, for this is hallowed ground.
Now, under normal circumstances, I would have a saw by now just because it is one of the few weapons that can effectively deal with all the zombies that'll be in the next section. I don't, so I'm going to have to rely on Mr. Grigori himself to handle most of the creatures. Thankfully, as long as I keep dodging, Grigori can tend to handle himself. His rifle being one of the highest damage in the game, and one of the best. Shame we can never get it. More accurately, a shame it doesn't have a model. Alright. Now the thing is, you have to remain within a certain distance, or they will charge you. The charge is guaranteed damage. Thankfully with Grigori, he'll kill off all the fast zombies eventually when he gets a clear shot. Grigori, please. Technically I could switch to a crowbar and take swings occasionally. This is the patented circle strafe maneuver that has been through the BrainBoy line for generations.
Stay close to me, brother.
So far, a really rough section. There's a saw blade. I'm useful again. One wonders where all these zombies are able to hide so perfectly.
Look out!
I was trying to avoid the explosions from killing me, but unfortunately that is not the case. Thank you, Grigori, for lighting that on fire. Let's just grab the cinder blocks. Thankfully, the gravity gun does in fact not need reloading. How did that get stuck there? You know, that's beyond me. I am not in any right to question. More of you? Where did you come from? These must be everybody in Ravenholm. I mean, when you think about it, a mining town under this dystopian future can't possibly have this many people hiding within.
Hurry while I hold the gate! Farewell, brother. I fear I deliver you to a darker place. May the light of lights illuminate your path. Look to your own salvation.
Thank you, you crazed priest. May the fires never claim you, as they look like they're claiming you now. Yes, as I said, Ravenholm occupies a weird place when you look at it objectively in the story. When you're a lot younger, it just feels completely natural to do so. Like, oh yeah, zombies in a dystopian universe? Sure, there's an entire section dedicated to them. Alright, I can accept that.